Welcome back to the Two Wheels Quiz Show, and we have returning Brian Capper. Well done, Brian. I see you've had a change of clothing this time.
Thank you very much.
So what have you been up to over the last week?
Practicing as much as possible on most of my questions and answers.
Good man, I like his style. Kerim Fitzgerald raced all over the world motocross, one of the best riders ever to come out of South Africa. Now back in South Africa. Kerim, what have you been up to and what are you doing?
Racing home this year, racing for Futsal Clean Red Bull KTM, and yeah, just come home, have a bit of fun, and here with you guys answering some questions.
I like his style. Hope you've been reading up the encyclopedias.
Reading?
And last but not least, a good friend of mine, Sheridan Morais, and you are, Sheridan, back once again in World Supersport. Tell the viewers a bit about that.
Yeah, it's with PTR Honda, and I'm looking forward to my second season with in the Supersport Championship. So yeah, just going to give it my best. We start now at the end of February, so not so long now.
And you'll be riding the new Honda.
The new Honda, yeah.
Should be exciting times. We wish you all the best and hope you get on the podium.
Thanks.
But less of the chat from the lads. We're going to get on with the quiz and start off with question one. You all know the rules. You know what to do. I will ask a question. You have a very small time to write your questions on the boards and return it to me. Question one. This is question one. I repeat, this is question one. Brian, what's the number of this first question?
It's always got to be a clever. It's always got to be a clever boy. Yeah.
Anyway, question one for 2 points. Okay, lads, 2 points, eyes down. And it's on the Dakar Rally. French rider Cyril Desprez won this year's Dakar Rally, riding, of course, a KTM. The question is, which rider finished second? I'll give you a clue. It comes from Portugal. Difficult question. Who came second in the Dakar Rally? I must have an answer.
Can I ask the
Kerim,
audience?
no, he's just smiling, looking like a rodent. Come on, lads. Who came second? And with a vigorous thrust of the pen. The remaining brain, may I add. Kerim, you look puzzled. And Sheridan, you look like you haven't got a clue whatsoever. And the answer was Ruben Farrier. I don't know who he is, but it was Ruben Farrier. So please turn your boards around and let's have a look. Lopez, Jennifer, no, she's on American Idol. Guy from Portugal, good one. And Miguel
Pryor. It's the only Portuguese name I knew.
Question two for 2 points. And obviously, no one's winning at the moment. Road racing. Sheridan, this should be good for you. Which road racer has won the most Isle of Man TT races throughout history? Clue? He was very fast and smoked lots of fags. I must have an answer. Wait for it, wait for it.
Cheating.
Sheridan, you always jump the gun. We've seen you jump the stars on TV. All right, I'll give you the answer. It is, of course, Joey Dunlop Yamorn. Let's have a look. McGuinness, no, that's a frothy drink. Much more Guinness, no, another. And everyone's gone for the Guinness. I can't believe you've got that wrong. And just an interesting note. Does any of you know how many TT races he's won? Which is amazing. Have a guess, quick.
12.
No.
14?
No.
32.
Close. Sheridan, you win a pie. It's 28.
Sure.
But the pies don't count. I'm sorry. It's a close 0-0-0 up to now.
We really start doing
Question
something
three,
right, boys.
technical question, which Brian, you should be good at. And Sheridan, even though you don't do the work on your own bike anymore. If you're using a number 13 spanner while working on a motorcycle, what diameter bolt would you be adjusting? Sheridan looks happy, the teeth are out. Kerim looks worried. Brian looks very confident. It's the Red Bull. Okay, and the answer is 8 millimeters. Brian is right.
What?
Kerim is completely wrong. And Sheridan is completely wrong.
How's that possible?
You have a 13 mil spanner. You're not tightening a 13 mil shaft, shall we say.
I thought you'd go and ask your uncle flat out
Or
all these
shank,
things.
it's the correct word.
I'm not a mechanic, so.
Never mind,
I don't
lads.
listen- I don't
It's
listen
not
well.
your fault. After 3 rounds, here are the scores. Brian is in the lead with 3 points. Sheridan has 0. Kerim, have a guess what you have? 0. But don't forget, viewers, you can answer the questions as well. Don't just sit there with your remote. Get your pen out. Okay, question 4 for 2 points. And it's motocross. Kerim, if you don't get this right, you may go home very early. Last year's Motocross of Nations event was held in Belgium. Okay. The Americans have won this event for a record 20 times, which is incredibly annoying because the Americans do everything. But who won last year's event? I'll give you a clue. It's not American. Sheridan?
I wouldn't. A clue.
How come Kerim only gets to answer that question? How come he should only be good at it? Is my background not motocross?
You're right, actually, Brian. I just thought you'd just leap over vans and entertain people
Well, I do
in
that too,
corporate
but-
days now.
I do that too.
Sheridan's always so close to the tarmac, he doesn't actually go on the dirt. So I just thought Kerim, being a national man, would know. The answer is the Germans. The Germans have won last year for the first time in the history of
I
motocross.
thought it was a Belgian.
Germany, nice. 2 points for Brian, 2 points for Kerim. Sheridan, none again. Well done, mate. You dig in there. Right, a road racing one this time. Okay.
Another road racing.
Another road racing one. It's got
Road
Sheridan
racing
referral, sorry.
or track
man.
racing?
Road
That's
racing.
True. That's true.
Okay, in 1951, Vic McNick won his first race in Scotland on a Zundap. What was the colour of the frame? There is a joke one, sorry lads, there's a real one, but you did look confused. Okay, this year's World Superbike Championship kicks off next weekend at Phillip Island in Australia, which of course will be screened live on your World of Champions. But in which country will the final round be held? Is it A, Russia? Is it B, France? Or is it C, India?
Can I phone a friend?
No.
No.
I can ask the audience, which is the problem.
Hello.
The answer is, believe it or not, it's going to be held at the new Buddha circuit in India on the 17th of November. So, Brian, nothing for France.
gonna go for India.
But I'm not prepared to
Kerim,
give
Sheridan, you are so lucky you got that right. Otherwise, I would immediately tell your team that you don't know where you're going on the last
At least
round.
I'm
I had a
par for
feeling,
last now.
I had a
Well
feeling
done,
about
Sheridan.
India, but I wasn't prepared to...
So 1 point for Sheridan, none for Kerim, and none for
Take that
Brian.
amusement.
The last and final question, and you all need the points. Brian, you might be good at this,
Yeah.
because it's on trials.
Trails racing.
Yeah, that's stuff where you only go 5Ks an hour, but it's difficult. Which rider is the current trials world champion, and which country is he from?
How many points?
2 points. And for an extra point, what's the name of his dog?
If you asked on Adam Morais, I would actually been able to tell you.
Sheridan? Are you okay?
Really?
Can you lift that heavy board? We don't want to wear you out. Okay, the answer is Tony Boo, and it's from Spain. Brian Kappa, South Africa. That's going to get you a crate of Red Bull on the way home. Not a clue. Sorry, that is not worth. Tony Boo from Spain is correct.
Tony
2
Bo.
points for Brian.
Tony Bow.
Boo.
If you want to present the program...
Who speaks
say
English?
it
Who
right.
invented the language? Behave yourself. and the final results are in joint last place, or joint second, is Sheridan and Kerim. And once again, the remaining brain is Brian Kappa, the genius from Red Bull, will be here again next week. So we need someone to unhinge him. But meanwhile, if you want to join in and submit your question to us on either Twitter or Facebook at the bottom of the page, we will do our best to put your question on and submit it to our genii, who will be here next week. But you'll be here next week because you're going to tune in and see if we can dispose of Brian, or maybe he'll stay to the end. Either way, it's going to be worth a watch.